In this video, I'm going to be comparing the Overwatch supports to the Marvel Rivals supports to show you guys that you can design supports that aren't just heal bots, that are fun, interactive, as well as not only fun to play, but fun to play against, and they are still strong even if they don't provide as much healing as the Rivals ones. So hopefully this video can be taken as like a criticism and stuff as to how to fix your support role. But with all that being said, let's move on to the video. So let's go take a look at the characters real quick. So Wu Yang, for those who don't know, and I know that a lot of majority of my audience actually doesn't play Overwatch. They pretty much only primarily play Rivals. So I want to put them on game as to how much healing and like the caliber of healing that there is in this game. So this is Wu Yang's primary source of healing, and you have a resource bar. Imagine that, a resource bar you see in the middle that you drain your little heal boost. That is the extent of the amount of healing, and you can see how slow it regens, right? And then you have this as your other form of healing. This right here, that combination is the only amount of healing you have on this character. And your primary fire does a lot of damage. You are incentivized to go and get picks on this character. You even have a movement ability to go and go on off angles and go and like actually poke out the team. And you know, if you wanna, we're gonna take it a step further. We can go and take a look at the perks. With the perks, you gain 10 ammo and 50% healing resource when rushing torrent is active. To me, I like the right one, and then I go double right. So the both right perks allow his primary fire to shoot 3 now. So now they do way more damage. And as you can see, he does a good amount of damage. And there's like, you know, very little like fall off and stuff on this. You just lose control after a certain point. So you can control it midair, like the avatar, but the farther it goes on, the harder it takes to control it, which I think is a really, really cool mechanic, you know? Yeah, this support is also really good. And guess what, guys? We'll just take a look at his ultimate. This ultimate is a single target ult. As you can see, it only targeted one person. And then essentially what that ult does is gives you a lot of bonus HP on the person that you selected. And then you have a bubble around there that pulses. And at the last pulse, it does like an AoE knockdown. That is a combo ability you use with a DPS or a tank that's going in, and allows you and makes it fun for supports to combo it with another person. Same thing with Ana, which Ana I would believe is where they got inspiration for a lot of the supports and Rivals, because I mean, let's be honest, 90% of them shoot their teammates to heal. But the difference, and I'll show you guys. So this character, you have your primary fire, you have a right click which turns into your ADS. You are actually a sniper support. So a lot of people who saw the Black Widow team up, that came from this character. And let's go take a look at her ultimate. So her ultimate is also very, very similar to Wu Yang. You trigger it onto someone, and then you power them up. You give them damage boost and damage reduction for one person, for one target. That's the entire ultimate. And you have 2 really strong forms of util. You have basically Mantis Sleep Dart, and then you have Gambit Anti-Nade. But it's a full anti-nade now. So if you are really, really good with your nade tosses, you can cripple the enemy team, and if you call it out, it's a really, really strong piece of utility. The only downside is that, yes, it also can heal you, but because of how long the cooldown is, if you throw that, you are vulnerable now to a dive. The only other thing you have is your sleep dart. If you use both of those and you're out of those, you have no way to keep yourself alive. You have to fully be dependent on your other support, and as you've seen in the match, supports in this game don't actually do that much healing. And to this game, this is the strongest single target healing in the game. I'm gonna throw out all my abilities to see how fast I can boost up and heal this tank bot. That's it. So hypothetically, let's just say I don't have nade. This is the heal speed of the strongest single target healer in Overwatch. Like, that took 8 shots. 8 shots for me to get that tank to full HP. And that's why triple support in this game is not that busted. I mean, maybe when GOATs came out, sure. When GOATs came out, by all means, bro. But let's be honest. For all those who have played GOATs versus playing triple support in Rivals, in my opinion, it was way harder to pull off what the Rival supports are doing in Overwatch, because when you're running GOATs, you're running Lucio, Zen, Brigitte. All of those heroes are like off supports. And yes, Goats was oppressive. I'm not going to pretend Goats wasn't oppressive. But we've already experienced 1 full year of triple support, and every single support that they've added has added to that more triple support slop. So where is the line? Where's the line that we get to draw? Let's go look at another support, for example. This is Adam Warlock, basically. Let's go take a look at how much healing this character does. This is the only form of healing this character has in this kit. Now you might be looking at this and be like, oh, this character must be terrible. Wrong. Let's take a look at his main form of util, which is a thing called Discord Orb. So what Discord Orb is, you apply a mark onto a person, and that person takes 30% extra damage. This is basically a permanent cloak damage vulnerability thingy. So you go from, let's shoot a bot real quick. So you go from three shot headshot to 2-shot headshot, and this util alone skyrockets Zen to being really, really strong. I don't know how he is in the current meta, but in theory, this character is really, really good. If you are struggling to break down a front line and you're on the support role, and let's say you can't swap off to go DPS or something because you already have 2 DPS there, you can go Zenyatta, put this on here, and just absolutely fry a tank. Absolutely fry a tank. And that's the level of healing this character does. And then this character has Luna ult, basically. But on a it's only 6 seconds. So we're gonna look at this. We can go time to see how long this ultimate is. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and the ultimate is done. The ultimate is done. That's it. If rivals could balance their game, you could have a support with that level of healing but give them that much util, and they would still be strong. They would still be strong. And then I'll show you another one. Let's go take a look at Lucio. Lucio, whose main form of healing is his healing aura, is this. And if you want it to be a little funny, you can amp up the healing. That's the extent of healing you're gonna get on this character. Now you might be also thinking, wow, this character must be terrible. Also wrong, because the healing is not the main reason why you pick this hero. You are picking this hero for speed boost, and speed boost is the main way that you make Reinhardt and rush, comps viable, is because you have a character that is team speed boosting you. I'll try to go through the aura here. You can see the green outline, right there. Anyone within this vicinity, whenever you amp up your speed, like Storm, you're getting team util. And that is the main reason why you pick this character, which is why this character is considered an off support. And then we'll go take a look at the ultimate. So we'll go look at the ult. This is the ultimate, right? You do a little big slam down and you give big overshielding. That's it. Now that is the ultimate, and the overshielding decays over a set period of time. And all of that, and it's like twice as short as a Luna Snow ultimate. It is what it is. And we'll go take a look one more time at Gambit of this game. So Gambit, or Kiriko, my bad, in this game, this is the main form of util. She's also considered a main support. She has strong single target healing. Really, really strong single target healing. But even then, that was slower than almost every single support in Rivals. But I digress. Let's go take a look at the ultimate real quick, because this is probably where they got the biggest inspiration for Gambit ultimate from. And this ultimate, for those who don't know, let's go see. How do I interact with this thing? I don't know how to interact with that. Shift, interact. Oh, here. So here we have Kitsune Rush. So what does it give? It gives movement speed, attack speed, cooldown reduction, reload speed, and it lasts for 8 seconds. Linger duration after you leave the range also lasts for 1 second, and max range, that's the width of the ult. But look at this ult. If you look at this ult, there is no healing in it. No healing, but it's a pure tempo offensive ult that really does enable teams to make plays. Like, let's say you're on support, you're like, okay, I'm gonna carry ult, 3, 2, 1, bang. There's no healing. As you can see, I'm not gonna heal my teammates there. There is 0 healing in this ultimate, and it's still one of the strongest support ults in the game. Please tell me, Rivals, why you guys are just so incapable of making heroes that are fun. Like, they don't have a strong defensive ult like that. Let's go look at another one. that I believe has a really cool ultimate that isn't like a circle of healing. I mean, jetpack cats everywhere, so I feel like I don't have to show that one, but I'll show Baptiste. Baptiste is basically like Rocket, except you are, you know, you have to alternate your fire to get the maximum uptime. So you do this, right? You do 2 primary fires and then to a left click. Or right click, sorry, I'm getting that mixed up. You can do this. That's essentially the healing. So we'll go look at this. This is like the AoE version of Ana. And he's also considered a main support. But guess what? You would think in rival standards that this character would have a circle of healing. Wrong. Look at that, bro. Offensive window. So you shoot through this to do extra damage. This is also really strong because it gets people to get off an angle. You can't peek this. Against good teams, this is a death sentence to try and peek. So what that does, it forces pressure that isn't raw healing. Like, it's an ultimate that pushes you off an angle because of the sheer damage that you can take from off angle like that. But it's a stationary offensive ult like that. The beauty and why I glaze the Overwatch support so much is that every single support feels different. Not a single support feels the same as the other. Even if there's other supports that like kind of shoot your teammates to heal them. This healing, like the way you heal is so much different from the way that like the other supports heal. So this one, you're basically throwing these little flower petal things that auto target onto your allies. And you have a left click, it does a bunch of damage. I flip them, but yeah, you have this one, you have your heal there, and then this character has a lift, so you can pull people out of danger. Would have been really cool utility in Marvel Rivals. And then you have another one where you can set a pedal platform that you can give yourself high ground on top of that thing, or an ally high ground. And then like the list goes on and on about the unique supports in this game, that they all feel unique and special, and like they have their own ways of making plays and making like bringing success with them. Almost every single support in this game you can hybrid as go on like an off angle DPS angle, you know? You don't always have to sit back with your team and heal them. You can go flank. Kiriko, for me, is one of the characters I like playing the most. Because let's say that's the enemy team, right? I'm flanking. This is an off angle, right? I get to pick on their enemy support. They come for me. I teleport out. Name a support that can do that. I know there's Loki that you have like your teleport thing, but let's be completely honest here. The teleport is really not the most intuitive. If it was a teleporting to the one you're looking at, sure. But it teleports you to the closest one. So as long as you know that you don't have a closest one, sure, you can do that. But this, you know, Kiriko can teleport through walls. So you don't even have to set up a clone preemptively. You can just do this, right? Go at an off angle, get a kill on a support, bang, flash, you know, like teleport back to your team. You can do that. Almost every support in this game can do that. Yes, even Mercy. Even Mercy can do that. In her ultimate, you can go kind of just, you know, go pull out the pistol and get a bunch of kills on it, you know? Every single support in here has the potential to go make plays, because healing is not like at the forefront of everything. Not to mention support, and like tanks in this game have a lot of self-mitigation tools. They can help themselves, which makes everything a lot more self-sufficient and enables playmaking for every single role in this game, which is why I glaze this game so hard. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry for all the Rivals people who always like, oh, you always glaze Overwatch every single video. I'm sorry. I can't help it, bro. As a support player, this is kind of just, this is what all I'm hoping for to get in Rivals. I'm just not getting it. That's why I talk about it in the video. I'm just talking about things that would hopefully make the game better. As you guys may know, that you pretty much, you talk about things that you want to change for things that you love, right? So I'm only hoping for the best for Rivals. I'm just merely providing a lot more feedback to try and get them and push them in the right direction. And from the match that you guys saw in today's video, you saw the amount of healing that we were doing that match, and we would still be able to win. Like bring Mercy is not a typical you know, lineup. It's an off support with a main support. But as you saw in the healing there, I'll go back. I'll leave and I'll go show you guys the healing numbers. The healing numbers were very, very similar between these two supports. Look at that, bro. I even out-healed the Mercy. The Mercy's a main support. And on this game, look at that, bro. Juno is considered a main support, and Wu Yang is not considered a main support, but their healing is pretty much identical. It's pretty much identical. The only difference between running an off and main support in this game alone is the util they provide, as well as the ultimate that they provide. You pick a lot of off supports to have your defensive backbone support ult, and then you have your main healers, which are your main source of healing, to have your offensive abilities. For those who don't know, Mercy also has an AoE damage boost on her ultimate, which makes it really, really strong. So again, I know for those who don't like Overwatch and don't want to try Overwatch, that's fine. But you gotta at least look at the other competition as to what they're doing and as to what makes their game successful. Overwatch has a really, really strong support community and like a large support community, and it's for a good reason. A lot of people are fans of these characters. Like ML7, like dude is a menace on Ana. The Lucio, yeah, you got Frogger and stuff like that. You have Aspen for Juno, as well as all the supports too. You have so many different creators for support. I can't really say the same for Marvel Rivals, right? Everyone hates support in Marvel Rivals because they think it's a brain dead easy role, because all you have to do is face tank, heal your team to win, and then you can just get free value. In some sense, they are right, but to be honest, like if the supports were in the even in Overwatch, supports were known as the easiest role, but it's not by like a huge margin. Supports in this game are also mechanically demanding. They are mechanically demanding, and they take a good amount of skill to play. I just want that same type of energy going into the rival supports, okay? So let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. My voice is actually just shot from how much recording I've done this week. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. Again, I'm enjoying Overwatch a lot. I'm probably going to do a lot more Overwatch styled videos until the next patch, to hopefully Rivals changes next patch and something drastic changes, because the game is a little boring and it's a little stale right now. And to be honest, having ults pop like every single fight, it gets really old really fast. So I really hope they make good changes next patch. But as always, make sure you have a good day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.